The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
Welcome to the Yellow Brick Road. I'm Jordan, this is James, and today we're going to be talking about the Antichrist. Or at least this guy, John MacArthur, at least his idea of it, and how it connects to Islam and all that, I think. Without further ado, John MacArthur, Islam, and the Antichrist.
Pay for your lack of faith.
Go over to verse 22. You heard me read this. False Christs, false prophets will arise, show signs and wonders in order to lead astray, if possible, the elect. They can't lead the elect astray, but they will lead those who are not true believers to follow them. I want to just talk about that for a moment in a way that perhaps will be interesting to you. There always are false prophets, always false teachers, we know that, always people who claim to be Jesus, claim to be Jesus Christ.
Or claim to speak for him.
Some more notable than others. But as you get to the end of human history, and you get into the period of time called the tribulation, there is a specific fulfillment of this prophecy that I want you to understand. And it has to do with Islam.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah. I'd like to hear an explanation of that.
And you can. But you have to buy my book for only $29.99. That's right, 3 easy payments of $29.99. After you set in a first payment of $49.99, you can easily get this book for only 5 easy payments of $29.99. Now, what's it gonna be? Like,
It's either the book or eternal damnation.
we want one for 5 or 3 for 15. What's it gonna be?
Alright, so let's hear what he has to say. Let's be fair.
Most people think of Islam as an utterly distinct religion from Christianity, with no connection to Christianity. We would think that if someone is a Muslim, they have absolutely no connection to Christianity. And there are many religions that have no connection to Christianity. Hinduism has no connection to Christianity. Buddhism has no connection to Christianity. Many others have no connection. It's amazing how many do connect, because Satan wants to counterfeit and deceive and get as close to the truth as he can. There are actually confessed evangelical people who think that Muslims not only believe in God because they are monotheists, believing in one God, but who think that Muslims are okay because they actually believe in Jesus.
What does he mean by okay? I don't know.
It's acceptable.
Oh, yeah. Sounds a little off already. But let's hear him out.
And by the way, they do. Brian McLaren, an emerging church heretic writer, in his book, The Secret Message of Jesus, says, and I quote, "All Muslims regard Jesus as a great prophet. A shared reappraisal of Jesus' message could provide a common ground for urgently needed religious dialogue. This reappraisal of Jesus may be our only way of saving a number of religions, including Christianity, end quote.
I don't like that, because that already sounds like tricking yourself.
Yeah.
And tricking other people into, being peaceful, rather than them actually making the choice of it.
Well, it's like I said, it's like, guys, don't kill, don't steal, don't do any of this, because it's the law. Because it's God's law. So rather than, listen, if this wasn't here, you need to truly understand why you shouldn't do any of those things.
Yeah.
Whether it's on a piece of paper or on a fucking stone. It's like, no, we're going to trick you. Like, because that's what Jesus or whoever would want, right? You're doing it. You and your tie, suit and tie up there.
The people deep down don't want that.
No.
So, if we want to save Christianity and save other religions, we need to all get together, and that should be easy for us to do, because we can start with the Muslims, because they already believe in Jesus. The popular speaker and author Tony Campolo says, quote, "When we listen to the Muslim mystics as they talk about Jesus and their love for Jesus, I must say it's a lot closer to New Testament Christianity than a lot of Christians." Really? So, you think that the Muslim Jesus is the same Jesus?
I think so.
Very possibly.
Now, they may perceive him differently, but they're still talking about the same guy. I believe they have chapters dedicated to Mary, Jesus' mother. So I think they're talking about the same guy. Yeah, I don't know.
I can help you with that, because they describe Jesus. The Muslim Jesus plays a crucial role in Islamic eschatology. Now, you do know that the Muslims have an eschatology. In other words, they have a theology of the end. They know where they're going, according to their writings. They know where they're going. Let me describe the Muslim Jesus to you. This is out of their own writings, the Quran and the Sunnah. The Quran is supposedly the word of Allah, actually the word of Satan, but they think it's the word of Allah.
That's already yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I wish he'd explain that one a little further. Maybe he has, but
It's the word of
I'm sure
Satan.
it's pure dog shit. That's just verbal diarrhea, justifications, cognitive dissonance, all the major mental gymnastics someone could do to make themselves feel superior in some form or fashion.
See, our team is the right team because you're with Satan.
Yeah.
Wow. That was good.
Yeah.
Like he should be
The Sunnah are the words of and the works of Muhammad. The Quran then constitutes their holy scripture, and the Sunnah, sometimes called the Hadith, constitutes their holy tradition. Their theology comes out of the Quran and the Sunnah, just as Roman Catholic theology comes out of the Bible and tradition, or Judaism comes out of the Old Testament and rabbinic tradition. The Muslims have two sources of authoritative truth. In their system, they have Jesus. Jesus was a man. He was not God. He did not die. He went to heaven like Elijah. He did not die, therefore he did not rise. He did not die, therefore he did not provide an atonement for anyone, because no one can provide an atonement for anyone else.
Now, traditional Christians are probably shitting themselves right now hearing those words. But if you look at it just, in a healthy manner, you would see that could be a good thing. It's like, I can't give you your atonement.
Yeah. It's like I can't like you must know. Like tell me. I can't tell you.
How could someone else redeem you?
So it can't happen.
Yeah, you must redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no point to even asking any type of morals. Right? What's the point of it? You're just...
It'd be a popularity contest. Like, see, they'll love you again. How do you really feel inside? How do you really feel?
There's no point to asking morals of people if they have no way to redeem themselves.
Which is why I keep saying redemption.
If they can't, yeah.
The Emperor's like, no, he has to die. It's like, what?
If they can't do a good action, they can't do a bad one either. So,
yeah.
Thus, there's no point to even asking them anything or asking of them. And yeah, that just doesn't make sense. The direction I think he's going.
He is a man, he is a prophet, he is nothing more. He went to heaven like Elijah, and he's in heaven right now, standing alongside Allah, waiting for Allah to send him back. In their system, this man, this prophet Jesus, who is now in heaven, never having died, plays a key role in the end times, because he will return from heaven without dying. He will come back when Allah sends him back. Now the question to ask is, why would Allah want to send Jesus back? He has a lot of prophets to pick from. Why does he send Jesus back? Answer, so that when he shows up, he can correct all the Christians who have misunderstood who he is.
Once again, that sounds like a good idea. It sounds like he should come back and correct these guys because nothing else will move them. The ideas are so embedded, and they have sort of built-in rebuttals. Right? They can say, "You're just testing me," or
It's the Lord testing my faith. It's like, what?
Or
like, dude,
the fear of not believing even for a second.
Yeah.
Could be like, "Oh shit, I could go to hell for this."
Yeah, that's fear. That's called fear. Straight up. That's not. I love you. It's like, no, it's called. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of this shit. Which is why I keep saying, like, if this dude ever, like, as far as like, if a dude named Jesus ever did fucking, like, you know, float down from the sky, I'd say, well, what the fuck you guys doing? Guess what? Like, dude, you're probably gonna die within the year. Someone's gonna kill you. Someone will kill you. Hypothetically speaking. Someone
Kill his body.
Yeah.
But
and after it's done, he's just gonna do the Undertaker thing. He's like, "See, what the fuck? I just told you. Everybody else watching this?
It must be the devil." See, that's the cognitive dissonance, right there. If someone floated down from the sky and did nothing but peaceful shit, no violence, period, no trying to scare people, no fear, none of that shit, I think they would still be like, no, like he's the devil or something. It's the devil masquerading as Jesus. Yeah. Because according to this book, Jesus is supposed to do this. He's supposed to save our people, and then everyone else will have to eat shit.
We're the chosen people. Well, you guys killed him. It's like, he's just down. He's like right here. He's like, you guys are stupid. Well, he wouldn't say that. Yeah. He'd just go.
Yeah.
The Cornell West, though. It's like in the nose and out.
As far as I understand, the biblical idea of Jesus coming back, it would be for quote unquote advanced classes. It wouldn't be the simple shit he started with. As far as in a mythical type of way. Right? It's like, alright, time to put the kiddies away. I gave you the turn the other cheek, I gave you the...
What's the base?
You know, do unto others as whatever, all that shit.
Do unto others as doing unto you.
Yeah.
So, beat him up.
I gave you the nice, easy baby steps. Now it's time to advance classes. And this one...
It's time for Drake.
I feel like the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
He's like, what's the word he used?
Tryouts.
No. With the dude on the TV. The Asian dude on the TV.
Yeah.
What does he call them? Squealers or something like that?
He's just, yeah.
He's like...
Call him a squealer or something.
He's like, I'm not calling anyone a squealer, but,
He's like...
Alright.
Don't be a bastard.
Sources for this again, the Quran and the Sunnah. The great event of the coming of Christ, of coming of Jesus, is so that this prophet, this man who comes back, can straighten out the misdirected, misguided, misconceiving Christians who think he was God, who died and rose again and provided atonement. He'll come back and straighten it out.
Also, I don't know if any of that is true.
Me either.
He could have taken a word and just said, that must mean Christian.
Yeah.
He could have said something like, the misguided or misdirected.
Peoples.
Yeah.
Of so-and-so.
And he
could it was mistranslated into Christianity. He's like, oh, it must be true. And he just spouts it out.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No, not even translating it to Christian.
I just made a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, you're talking about text being translated a certain way.
Yeah.
I'm talking about someone to where the actual word is translated correctly. It just says peoples or
he just says
whatever word. And he's like, that has to mean Christians.
Yeah.
So then he puts that in there, and then he puts on a suit and tie, gets on a stage, and spouts it out.
And by the way, after he gets here, he'll get married, have children, and die, and be buried next to Muhammad. That's...
Where does it say that? Just saying. I wish he would show us, Whenever people talk about this stuff, it's like, show me where you read that.
Also, it's like, so?
Yeah, so what?
He needs Jesus to be mystical and better than him. He needs the guy to be better than he is.
That way he can prop him up and push everything down.
That's the rationale.
It's the only rational decision. See? Look.
He needs a hierarchy.
He's doing the boxer Floyd Mayweather pose.
All right.
The Muslim Jesus. In Islamic eschatology, there are three great signs of the end of history. Three great signs. There are some lesser signs, or some minor signs, and some major signs. In their eschatology, again quoting their sources exclusively, there are three great signs of the end of history. And each of them is a man. Let me tell you about those three men. First of all, the first man that will come in the end of history is the Mahdi, M-A-H-D-I. Sometimes he's called the 12th Imam. Every time Ahmadinejad over in Iran gives a speech, he says, glory to the Mahdi, glory to the 12th Imam. Every time. He's waiting for the coming of the Mahdi. What is he coming to do? He's coming, listen carefully, to slaughter all who will not worship Allah, convert to Islam. They are identified in their writings as pigs and dogs, and to establish the everlasting, world-dominating kingdom of Islam.
Was that a quote?
I don't know, but all I can tell you is... Oh, wish I had my hoodie. I'm gonna make you fear everything.
And
it's like fear, 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 fear.
Isn't that the Christian thing?
Fear?
Like rapture? Isn't that take away the good guys and everyone else is left to shit?
Fear.
Right?
Everyone who accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior goes, raptured.
Everyone else is eat shit.
Well, everyone else is eat shit, sort of. It's like, alright, bye-bye. And then the war begins.
Yeah. Sounds pretty similar to me. I don't know. All right. Let's hear
As far as the fundamentalists, I'm no expert. Just what I remember.
Yeah. You seem like he's gonna like get an applause break or something. Not. It's almost like he acted like that. Like he's acting it out in a way. When it comes to, like Iran, like the guy from Iran.
Yeah.
Like it's like almost like that this dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Just so you know, if we invade Iran, you'll have the support of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Mm.
It's like, kill those Muslims. I command you as Jesus.
It's like, that doesn't sound like Jesus. Instead of weedy as crack. Do it! Do it!
And they'll always use mental gymnastics around it. Well, we were born to be sinners, that's why. We'll ask for forgiveness later.
Fuck. It's like, you and you and you. Give me your firstborn daughters. Ask forgiveness later. It's like your daughters. What?
Alright.
That's what he will do.
Because you know.
The Mahdi, or the 12th Imam, that means the guided one, is the long-awaited Savior. He is the establisher of the final caliphate. The world must follow him as he takes over, or he will destroy all enemies of Islam. He will come, and he will carry on holy war, and either you convert or you're killed by the Mahdi. He will have an army. His army will be a massive army, and his army will go from nation to nation to punish the unbelievers. The holy writings of Islam say that this army will carry black flags. And on those black flags, there will be one word, and that one word will be the word punishment. By the way, the Iranian army today carries black flags.
Yeah, keep pushing.
I was waiting for
that
it. I'm
fucking propaganda.
Like something dumb is about to be said.
Yeah.
Oh,
by the way,
extra dumb.
my ex-wife has a black flag on her car. just saying.
The times are here now, guys. They're trying to usher in.
Just like those black flags, there's people here with black skin. Everyone looks at you. It's like, you're like, it's like, oh. It's like, dude, this guy's logic is just like of legend, you know.
It's.
I'm not shitting on religion. It's just the way this dude translates it. It's like, I'm doing the good. I'm good. It's like, you're far from it, dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest here. This guy is gonna have to eat a lot of shit at some point.
Eventually, yeah.
And it sucks because he has a fan base that holds him up.
Yeah. He's like, oh, he's our daddy figure. It's like, listen, I'm your dad. No, I'm just kidding. It's like, your daddy figure is nothing but a bunch of smoke that you guys fucking built up, you know?
Yeah.
Really listen to what this dude says, man. It's like, love thy neighbor. Black flags. They have them.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. Kill them.
Yeah.
Fear.
If I sat down and had a discussion with this guy, his feelings would be hurt by the end. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, maybe I'd say it might be needed. You know, it's like, good, dude. Now, like, maybe you'll have a little bit that much more of a nightmare. You know, it's like, listen.
And he'd have nowhere to run.
No, he can't run to his NyQuil anymore. He's trying to help him go to sleep.
He can't use pure logic, right?
Yeah.
Because his whole career and whatever it is.
Oh, this is his thing.
It's built on not using certain types of logic.
Yeah. It's like identity, self-redemption. No. It's like, all right, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
All right, continuing.
They want to be ready for the coming of the Mahdi. He will lead the army of black flags first to Israel, slaughter all the Jews, and then he will establish his rule in Jerusalem on the Temple Mount. That's what their literature says. Slaughter the Jews, establish...
I'm going to go check that out later. Make
Yeah.
sure he's not fudging words around and shit like that.
Yeah.
his rule on the Temple Mount. According to their holy writings, the Mahdi will bring rain and wind and crops and wealth and happiness so that all will love him and no one will speak of anyone but him. Their writings say the Mahdi will come and make at first a peace agreement with the Jews and the West for 7 years. The reign of Mahdi lasts 7 years, in which he establishes Islam on the earth. Their holy writings say this: the Mahdi will come riding on a white horse, and it even says in their writings, as it says in Revelation 6, 1 and 2.
So,
And
so what? You know?
to me, it sounds a lot like the biblical revelation.
Well, it's like
story.
this. It's like,
What if you're all talking about the same thing, just use different
It's
words
when-
for it?
yeah, that's what I
You ever
mean.
just sat and
that's
thought
gonna
about
be
that?
fucking sad. Like this is what I mean. It's like, guys, a white horse, and he's riding it. It's like, You ever think there might be symbolism here, bud? riding on a white horse,
Yeah, what difference does the color
sword
of
in
the
his
horse make?
mouth.
Yeah.
That might not be specifically what he's talking about, but don't you see how this shit stands for something?
Either way, it's like the story sounds so similar.
I know.
Shouldn't like what if you're just using different language for the same shit?
It's just like, it's Satan. Oh.
Our team wins.
Party at Bill's house.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
What I'm really curious of is if he was talking this shit before 9/11.
That's what I want to know.
That's what I'm like curious about.
It's like, are you Dick Cheney's cousin? What's going on here?
Are you an arm of the U.S. government like Ben Shapiro?
Wait, what?
Just kidding. I don't know that.
You anti-Semite. Blah, blah.
All right.
Saddam Hussein, by the way, painted murals of this Mahdi on white horse all over Baghdad.
Dude, are we starting to think that Saddam Hussein as a religious fucking guy?
Saddam Hussein was a dictator.
Didn't he give his sons like golden AK-47s and shit like that?
Yeah, who the fuck does that?
Or golden pistols?
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
By the way,
What?
he's also a murderer.
Yeah.
So,
But it was... I don't think they were anywhere near a theocracy.
no.
I think they were more of a dictatorship.
Yeah, dictatorship straight up.
It's like, what?
Most likely an implemented regime went rogue.
Saddam was your example?
Yeah. Wow, what a great example of a person.
Yeah, of a religious leader for some reason. It's like, oh, now he is after the fact?
Wait, is he bad? I'll use him as an example. You know, Saddam did this. That means everybody. It's like, hey, get someone else up there on stage with you. Let's see how long you last.
Yeah, dude. This is like...
This is doo-doo.
I didn't know this was even in here.
Yeah.
We watched like the first, 5 minutes. Now it's like, dude, you're trying to dictate, global policy and shit.
Yeah. I was
trying to
hoping it wouldn't come like cross over in this area, but guess what? We got invaded because of God.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
Fuck. Oh, by the way, this guy was a guest on Ben Shapiro's Sunday special, where they made sure not to mention any of this.
Big surprise.
And he comes carrying a sword to kill the infidels. When the Mahdi arrives, he will discover hidden scriptures. He will discover them, interestingly enough, somewhere near the Sea of Galilee. And there will be there hidden scriptures, hidden gospels, and a hidden Torah. And they will be the true scriptures which will be used by the Mahdi.
He forgot.
To show the Jews and the Christians they were wrong.
Either he forgot or he's like,
Okay, now that's extra
suspense.
interesting.
It's like children out there, like, listen, let me tell you a story, son. Kid's like 5. The Mahdi will come with swords. And then...
Read them books.
No. And there's like beds like circled around him. Like the little kid's like, there. They're gonna cut your guts out and hang you with them. No! It's like that dramatic pause. He's like, looks around. He's like, looks down. Looks to his left. Looks to his right. It's like, they're gonna
But that's interesting. Yeah, the guy, Mahdi, whatever the fuck his name is. Mahdi,
whatever.
or fuck his name is, is going to come down and...
On a white horse with a sword.
And give them the books they were supposed to be reading the whole time. It's like...
He's going to kill the infidels.
Something tells me Jesus would do the same thing. Oh, you guys threw this out of the book, man. What happened?
Yeah.
Alright, I understand. It's all good.
It's like mistranslating kill.
I'm here now.
Mistranslating kill for something like, oh, did you guys purposely say kill? Or what does it really say here?
Or a book straight up left out.
Or maybe.
Book straight up left out, that would make no sense with what they're following.
Oh, yeah. So just, these aren't important. Just scoot these over here.
Sort of like those hidden gospels that were found in...
Gospel Thomas?
That's one of them.
Oh.
You know, those gospels that were transcribed around the same time the New Testament came out. Yeah.
This is genius. I'll do this forever.
I don't know. The ones that tell you to be yourself and you're capable of doing what I can do. And God, you don't need a church. Split a piece of wood and
no, stop it. Listen.
The kingdom of heaven is within you? What?
Listen, if you
should be out there.
No, stop it. If you're gay, you're going to hell. That's what we need. It's like, yeah, dude. Yep. That's enlightening.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's why if we sat down and have a conversation, he might leave crying or angry or completely turns everything else off so he doesn't have to hear anything.
Or he'll stand right in front of you, perform cognitive dissonance, and do some jumping jacks, and then leave the room.
Yeah, that's basically ignoring.
That's what I expected. Yeah. But when he goes home, he's like,
that their scriptures were the false scriptures. Let me summarize. The Mahdi will be a messianic figure. He will be a descendant of Muhammad. He will be an unparalleled, unequaled leader. He will come out of a crisis of turmoil. He will take control of the world. He will establish a new world order. He will destroy all who resist him. He will invade many nations.
It's not like he added that in, right? He will establish a new world order. It's like, Something tells me this guy's researched that. It's like, I can scare more people into following what I say. But I don't know. I'll look into it if it actually says New World Order in there.
He will make a 7-year peace treaty with the Jews. He will conquer Israel and massacre the Jews.
He will win the WCW heavyweight title.
He'll make peace with the Jews and then slaughter them? Is that what he said?
Let's go back.
I heard it, or something like that.
I think I'm being silly at the wrong moments.
He will establish Islamic world headquarters at Jerusalem. He will rule for 7 years, establish Islam as the only religion. He will come on a white horse with supernatural power. He will be loved by all people on earth. If that sounds familiar, that is a precise description of the biblical Antichrist.
I thought the white horse with the sword is Jesus.
Me too.
I thought Antichrist meant like a business connoisseur type guy.
Yeah.
Shifty,
like fucking corporate.
Shifty, shady deals and shit like that.
Yeah.
Will use anything to get his way.
See, now I'm gonna really have to look into this shit, like really, because this whole thing is like, and he'll be loved by all. It's like, huh? Love by who? Oh, you mean I'm going to automatically love him?
Yeah, whoever and whatever guy floats down from the sky, I will be questioning immediately. Like, oh, so you know then. And then it will begin.
And you start floating. It's like, oh, finally. Yes. I have the power now. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
The conspiracy.
Absolutely, step by step by step by step. The Bible's Antichrist is their Mahdi.
That sounds like a large leap.
Yeah.
I could have swore the white horse thing was Jesus.
Yeah.
That was never the Antichrist, was it?
I don't think so. Be honest here. I
We know that
I
the-
don't think so.
Yeah. This sounds like shape-shifting reality for some sort of political agenda. That's what it sounds like.
So, yeah. For some sort of political gain, if not, I don't say political gain. It's some sort of intentional. Like, I want this, so I'm gonna say this shit.
Well, yeah. I think it could be. Well, he's playing with foreign policy.
Ill gain. My bad. Ill gain. Playing with foreign policy to shape his.
So that we can get to the Jesus part.
Yeah.
Right. We make sure there's some sort of war.
It's like
We make sure there's a war. We make sure Israel is for the Jewish people, or we make sure it's an established state and all that shit, and then Jesus will come back.
it's basically somewhat like spouting religious ideology mixed in with political ideology and stuff like that, and then
100%.
giving it out as the word, and then skewing people's opinions, if not, corrupting some,
And we just
corrupting the ignorant, and then when it all plays out, it's like, see, now we're ready. We're gonna wait for Jesus now.
and we just heard this guy talking about SJWs. It's
Yeah.
like, what? It's like, why the fuck is a whatever he is, preacher, right? Is that what they're called? Pastor.
He's a pastor.
Whatever snake
I
oil
think so.
salesman guy character he's playing.
Mm.
Why the fuck is he talking about SJWs? It's like, come on, man.
You know why?
Why'd you keyword in the New World Order? Why'd you do that? It's like, you're a fucking salesman, dude.
He's got to attract the youngins. You know what I mean? Like, look. John MacArthur destroys SGW in epic rant. God bless America.
And people fall for
And
it.
the pipelines.
It's
Don't
sad.
forget the pipelines. God bless the pipelines as well.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
This is the only time I really feel bad for that guy. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like,
and,
dude, I feel sorry for you only because you're doing this. That's it. That's it.
And yeah, and these guys I haven't even looked into, like in the past.
Mm.
Like here and there, I'd look into shit like that. But I was looking more for the right answer rather than shitting on the bad answer. You know what I mean? So.
The rider on the white horse in Revelation 6 is the Antichrist. They use that verse to describe their Mahdi.
Were you in fourth grade of 2000?
Why am I giving you all this? Because the description of the Mahdi is exactly the description of the biblical Antichrist, the beast of Revelation 13. And you go into any kind of a study of that, and you will find that all the details...
Don't tell us to go into a study. Read it. Read your Revelation and say, right here it says this, and right here. Like, here, I've read this whole thing for you. Here's the lines where he's talking about the Muslim guy, the Mahdi or whatever. Do that for us. It might come out poorly for you.
match up perfectly. The Bible's Antichrist is Islam's savior.
Burden of proof. Prove that.
Bird.
And world conqueror, who establishes a universal Islamic kingdom. And there's a second son,
Fear.
a second person, and it is Jesus. The Mahdi is not Jesus. The Mahdi is greater than Jesus, and that's important to their system, because if you have somebody greater than Jesus, then the Christians were wrong.
And Jesus is greater to you, according to you. What do we end up with?
One team swinging for the fences. It's like, no, we're better.
Now, I'd definitely say he's morally better than you. Or I would say morally more intelligent.
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah, than this guy.
Oh, 100%.
But
Him, if not the, and or the character of him. It's like, just straight up. Straight up.
I think he's so morally genius, he'd tell you, it's like, oh, well, you can do it too.
Yeah. Just like you tell Vitor, hey, dude, you know, why you wear my name on your trunks when you juice? What's going on here?
Right? I mean, you can honestly close your eyes and imagine. It's like, what would the most righteous possible thing to do in this situation be?
Yeah.
And you can easily see that.
Hey, dude, why can't we just
Nothing
strive?
binding
Why can't
you
we
there.
just strive for that? I think you're right. Everybody, kill him. Huh? Start.
Yeah, don't watch the movie Mother if you're squirmish.
Fuck.
So Jesus will return. Yes, Muslims believe that Jesus will come again. They believe in the return of Jesus. Not the true Jesus. The Jesus of
Because you know him.
Islam, not God, didn't die, didn't rise, didn't provide a sacrifice for sin, but he does return. He's a prophet. And he comes back, and he has one purpose when he comes back, and that is to assist and aid the Mahdi.
You may or may not be making that up.
I truly question his intentions.
I thought in the Islam thing, it's he's to come back to establish moral order or something like that. I don't know. I'll look it up though. But I'm awfully sure this guy's lying.
Yeah, intentions.
He returns, listen to this, as a radical Muslim.
He is probably
Comes back as a radical.
Stop
face?
it. Go back.
You fucking
Go back.
muppet ass Dick Cheney looking motherfucker.
Muslim.
It's like, listen, Rachel. I know your son has been put away in prison, but listen, what do you expect? With his pigment and grabbing that candy bar out of the store, 12 years he's gonna have to learn. This face, ready? I told you.
You can.
It's like, dude, come here. Get that. Hey, Bill, grab that bat. Grab this guy. It's like, what?
You can smell the intention to create hate here. You can smell it.
Yeah.
Like Jesus as a Muslim. It's like you can smell him trying to create something.
You got that face of the women people get caught on camera with. It's like, listen, your daughter's not allowed to sell water bottles. You should have followed the law. It's like, let me call my friend so she can beat you up. Listen.
Oh yeah, it seems like a fucking schemer. Schemer. Maybe he has like a quote unquote righteous intention, as in his mind he believes he's doing the right thing for some end goal way down here, but he's willing to lie and bullshit his way to get to that.
That's called a snake in the grass.
Yeah, it's called a charlatan.
Yeah, charlatan, snake. What's the other word?
It's called I wouldn't trust you with my kids.
I can't say it, but you can.
Yeah. I wouldn't leave you with my kids as much as I wouldn't leave my kids with a fucking pedophile. I consider you equal. Like, don't. No.
Listen, dude. Let me just tie you up first.
Yeah. I'm not saying he would harm the kids, just, nah. Something's off there.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Same. Well, it's because he's white. So you hate Jews.
He comes back as a radical Muslim. He will arrive, by the way, at a minaret near Damascus.
So Jesus will come back as a suicide bomber.
It's like, what? You just said that. Shows up in a buggy. Like, he'll be here at 8 o'clock. He will stop at the red light.
Yeah.
And he'll throw up the devil sign. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
You imagine, like, did they really, like, let's say the Islamic religion really wrote that.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys. You really think you're going to go far above saying Jesus is going to come back as, I don't know, a suicide bomber or a mass shooter? It's like, stop it. Stop.
He's going to grab the gat, and he's going to unload. Come on. Really?
Yeah.
And he will come back holding the wings of 2 angels who flew him down.
So he murdered them too?
By angels, he means AK-47s.
Or
Meet the gathering army of the Mad.
It's gold and it says angels on it. Just your guitar riff.
This is Michael. This is Gabriel.
Nah, he's like infidel. Someone's filming a rap song as he's doing it. And the guns go off.
The Prince of Peace or the Prince of Pieces?
It's like thou shalt not kill. Ha. Like, no, wait. Turn the other cheek so I can shoot it. Fuck. Like, here, I'm not making fun of the whole. Well, I am, because look, it's like with their own twist on it, and I perceive their ill intentions on it. You know what I mean? It's like, guys, you sound stupid.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have his hair. His hair will be in a bun.
I wish DC movies took themselves as serious.
I know.
Right.
Maybe people actually buy into the whole. Do you bleed? You will.
Right.
D. In the east, the army of the black flags. Jesus, when he comes back, will pray to the Mahdi, who is greater than he. He will acknowledge the Mahdi as his Lord. He will make a pilgrimage to Mecca. He will worship Allah, and thus he will lead all Christians who will follow him to reject their notion of Jesus and accept the real Jesus.
It sounds like you're guessing. And maybe you're bullshitting. Let's be honest here.
Oh, he's full of shit.
Yeah.
He's super full of shit.
Yeah. I can make fun of his looks all day, but the shit that comes out of his mouth, it's like, see, now I believe that you wanted to be a lawyer. Might be a lawyer. I mean, like, I'm gonna get this law firm, and then I'm gonna, my hero Rudy Giuliani, I'm just gonna partner with him and hope for wait for the next Iraq war.
Yeah. He seems like a guy that if I handed him a gun and said, "Here's an Arab leader who hurts people," I think he would pull the trigger and feel okay about it when he left. I think Ben would quiver and piss his pants. But
Ben would quiver. Fuck.
But I think this guy would just
do the Tom and Jerry knees.
bring the next one in.
Knees wobble. No. By the way, you should feel bad.
Who is nothing but a prophet and a man. He will establish worldwide Sharia law. He will become the greatest Muslim evangelist, and he will be the final witness on the day of judgment against non-Muslims. Christians everywhere will affirm that they were wrong, that the gospel is wrong, the New Testament is wrong. He didn't die. He didn't rise. He isn't God. He isn't the Son of God. He himself will come back and point out how wrong we've been. He will correct all.
It's a threat to our culture. See?
If Jesus ever did come back, he would come back to correct you. And I don't mean in the Muslim sense of the word, but
he'll
convert you to Islam.
He will YouTube destroy you.
I think he'd be like, okay, yeah. He'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the Muslims now. Blah, 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 blah. You got all this shit wrong. I'm here to help you out.
Oh, Ben. Blah, blah. Runs out of the door.
Where's your business suit at? Sandals? You need some cowboy boots on them.
What was X-Files wearing? What was it?
job.
No. Jacket. In the skit.
Like Windbreaker?
Yeah. It's like, Windbreakers. Yeah, man. It's back in style.
Good
X-Files
luck.
in the corner. He's like...
This Jesus guy
Like
comes
this.
back.
Like this.
Good luck, guys.
Like
Good
this.
fucking luck.
Sitting like this.
All misinterpretations and all misrepresentations. Let me quote what their literature says. He will shatter crosses. That's metaphoric for the destruction of the church.
Pause. I mean, hey, dude.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah,
he probably would.
look at this. First of all, if I was fucking crucified, I'm like, why the fuck are you putting it up there, man? Let's get rid of this. And second of all,
Yeah.
it's like church. I mean, didn't I mean, I'm no expert. Didn't he teach against like having like a church?
I would think so.
As far as like, see, look, it's right there. Versus, you just anywhere, at any time, any place. You can have it in your own space. You
Yeah.
know?
Otherwise, you make God inaccessible for people who have no idea what the fuck's going
Exactly. That's why I should be here.
on. The poor kid playing in the dirt in wherever, in South Africa or something. Sorry, you didn't find a church, man. You're fucked.
It's the farmer's fault.
Should have found them.
That's what happens when you run out the farmers. You have no infrastructure. Ugh.
So it's like, come on, man.
The church or the place of worship or revelation is here.
Why would God make God inaccessible to anyone but people who build a building? It's like it didn't just like, okay, there's a church, it's just there.
The Vatican, right?
It's like, no, someone built that.
The
People-
Vatican.
Yeah.
Look at that. Let's see here. And there's poor people. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Completely, right? Right? Let's see here.
I think Jesus said if you're a rich man,
Yeah.
you want to find heaven, like you have to give up your riches. I don't agree with that, but
Again,
if I look at it as metaphor, I do agree with that.
that's what I look at it as.
But if you're
Metaphor,
going straight with the story, it's like,
analogies,
yeah.
if you're looking at it as straight up, just, yep, that's what happens. Like, you're being irresponsible to yourself.
Yeah.
How far do you want to go with this?
There's plenty of sayings that straight up can't be read correctly without
No.
symbolism.
No.
Like it would make no sense at
It would
all.
make no sense. It'd be contradictory. Completely.
Yeah.
What? I thought we were supposed to love thy neighbor? But kill gays. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well.
Symbol of Christianity being placed in the church. He will kill pigs. He will abolish the tax on non-Muslims because there won't be any living non-Muslims. Can't.
That sounds like shit that a lot of religious guys do, right? They take some sort of reading, then retranslate it to mean something else, like something like taxes and shit like that. Which,
tax dead people. And then he will do one more thing. He will kill the Islamic Antichrist. He will kill the Islamic Antichrist.
and there you go. See how similar that sounds to like the Book of Revelation? It's almost like they're reading from the same book, just using different words for whatever the hell is going on. And if you stay strictly to the words like that, that's when you end up becoming like this, like a fundamentalist that has to believe Jesus walked on water, otherwise their world falls apart. Right? That means, shit, I could have been fucking up the entire time. Before I had some guy that died for my sins, now my fucking up can be cleansed or whatever. With a better version of the Jesus character. It's like you might have to actually take some self-responsibility. Maybe even without quote-unquote punishment. Who knows?
Then he will die and be buried by Muhammad, but not until he has destroyed Christianity by revealing who he really is. Who is this? You compare what he does to the false prophet in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, 16, 19, 20 refer to the beasts coming out of the earth, the false prophet, who aids and abets the Antichrist. He is, as the Mahdi is the exact replica of the Antichrist, the Jesus prophet in Islam is the exact parallel to the false prophet who aids and abets the Antichrist. One of their writings says he espouses the cause of the Mahdi. He is the Mahdi's executioner. He is the Mahdi's enforcer. He is the Mahdi's prophet. And it is he who kills the Antichrist. Now that leads me to the third person. The Antichrist will show up. The Muslims call him Dajjal. He is the great deceiver. He comes to earth on a mule, and he's blind in one eye. He is an infidel. He is a false miracle worker, this Antichrist, this Islamic Antichrist. But you know who he claims to be? He claims to be Jesus, the Son of God. He claims to be deity.
Once again, this sounds like your guy's book, right? The Antichrist is some guy that comes back and claims to be the Messiah or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
right?
He will attempt to stop the Mahdi and the true Jesus, but the true Jesus will slaughter him.
Pretty sure that Jesus wouldn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
How come I know Jesus better than you? What's going on?
How come that sounds like a metaphor? Alright. First of all, I doubt the word slaughter is the actual word in there.
Yeah.
But, you know, kill. Sounds symbolic.
This is why I need to look at this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't trust this guy, man. I can't trust. Look at him. Looks like fucking John Gotti. I can't trust this guy.
Right. If someone's an antichrist, how could you kill them just by killing the body? Doesn't make sense.
No.
You have to kill the idea of it. But whatever. You know. Whatever.
This is their view of the true Christ. Our Jesus is their Antichrist. Our Antichrist is their Redeemer.
And sounds like you're making that up for some reason. It makes sense you're on Shapiro's show. And did I say something like this about Shapiro?
Yeah.
He's trying to like usher in, not trying to, but you know what I mean? Like either subconsciously or his handlers are trying to get him to help usher in some bullshit
idea.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
So
I think honestly, it's Ben's job is to really get to target a young audience.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Look who he argues against, and look who his fans are. They're young people.
yeah,
Prototypically, from what I'm guessing here.
yeah, and he's starting to get a little heavier on the
Yeah.
everyone's anti-Semitic thing. Yeah, and then they're gonna be left in poverty.
Yeah.
Now, I mean financial poverty. I mean something else. All right.
Currency? Oh. Something that doesn't matter here. What could that mean? He's a false prophet. Yeah, you're right. You got me. I didn't call myself prophet, though.
Something like empty ideas.
Yeah.
It is a satanic counterfeit that is in complete reverse.
Dude, what a simp. You know.
The army, this is a quote, the army of Satan will be led by a person who will claim to be Jesus Christ. There will be a great battle. The Muslim Jesus will fight the false Jesus. and kill him and establish Islam forever. The truth is, the true Jesus will destroy the Antichrist and the false prophet and establish his kingdom forever. This is Satan's complete counterfeit. Muslim world domination.
Gonna blow you up now. I'm kidding, but the point is, it's like, see this dude's a fearmonger.
I wish he knew what governments did, to where they don't give a fuck about any of this shit.
No.
They don't care about this.
They use it as a cover.
They use it as an excuse to do certain things.
Fuck. You think politicians who okay the certain acts or things to take place or deals to take place where it's gonna affect the lives of millions, billions of people?
Yeah.
They don't give a shit. If they did, it wouldn't have happened. Like, let's see. This thing I might do right here might starve some people to death, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Me sending out this drone or me okaying this thing is gonna really harm some people, but fuck it, right? I still care. It's gonna bring me the money, right? Give me that cash. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he probably thinks they're honest mistakes.
If he does, this dude's an airhead. All right. Let's be honest here.
All right.
There's no room. I am in. Let me see.
Our stream get cut.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh. Whatever. Let's just keep going.
Whatever. Just a little more. A little more.
Now somebody might say, well, when you think about the future and what's going to happen in the world, don't we have a revived Roman Empire? Doesn't that mean the West? You remember that the image in Daniel 2 of the final world empire had 2 legs, and the Roman Empire had the West and the East? You know, of course, if you know history, that the western part of the Roman Empire basically dissolved, and the East survived for 1,000 years or more. So that at the time of the New Testament, 60% of the Roman Empire was land that is now under Muslim control.
He better stay in front of his own audience. Otherwise, everyone else will be like, what?
Stay away, dude.
It's like, what?
Be very... Yeah, be afraid. Keep doing it. It's the only thing that's going to save you.
Yeah, it's like...
Save you from, as far as... Well, no, it won't. Because in the end, the movie reel will be played for him.
It's like, dude, you can't scare us by saying the word Muslim.
No.
Or Islam.
No.
It's like, it's ruled by Muslims. Everyone's going to be like, okay.
No, you can't date Amy. You know why? Because her ex, Chad, is Muslim. It's like, dude, why don't you go go jerk off in the corner somewhere, Like fuck, man. Like, do you feel good? How does someone feel good? Like, I'm gonna fearmonger today. I'm gonna get paid for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make false equivalences and I'm gonna sleep like a baby. All right.
Yeah, that's gonna end it for us. This was.
You didn't watch the whole video.
This was trash. I dare him to read. If I ever talk to him, I'm like, I dare you to read this. If your faith is so strong, you should be able to read this and be fine. No harm done. It's just another battle, another medal you can put on your chest and say, hey, I won this thing, Just one of God's tests. Let's see what happens. Alright, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you feel like. Always comment. And as usual, give this video a thumbs